All right, we are live here. It is Tribe Talk Tuesday, and I am super excited to hop on here with you, get things going, and really ask you this question. And that is this: are your thoughts sabotaging your business? And it could be that, we're going to talk about three of them, but it could be that maybe it's just one that is sabotaging you without you even knowing it. So that's exactly what we're going to discuss here today. As you're hopping on here, let me know who you are and where you're coming in from. I'd love to give you a shout out. And if you're watching this on the replay, just go ahead and comment hashtag replay. Now, my name is Paul North with TribeNetworkers.com, and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers just like yourself attract your tribes for more leads, more sales, and ultimately to create that lifestyle that you love. But hopping on here once a week is really that check-in point for you to see, okay, am I doing what I need to do to attract my tribe? So that's exactly what we're going to be talking about here. So great to have you on wherever you are in the world. And these three things, these three gaps, we'll call them, can really sabotage you in the biggest ways, even just one of them. Let me give you an example. When I first got started in network marketing a little over 3 years ago, I heard the story of this guy who quickly rank advanced and brought on hundreds of new team members in like 7 weeks. Okay. And I thought, well, if he can do it, and I've never done it, but he can do it like that, I can do that too. I really did have that mindset. But there's nothing wrong with being hungry for it and really thinking that you have what it takes, right? We all want to have that self-confidence, but I was lacking some things that I wasn't aware of. So let's dive right into it. I'm not going to keep you here too long tonight. Whether you're watching this live or on the replay, I want to get you going. So the first thing is this, is thinking success is automatic, all right? So it goes back to skill sets, consistency, a lot of different things, but success doesn't just come. We can post on social media, but how some people post on social media and others post on social media is completely different. How we show up on social. I do most of my things right now through Facebook ads, all right? But for you, you might be growing organically, and that's great. You might be using a combination of both, and that's fantastic. But learning the skill sets is what you'll need to actually move your business forward. So that way it's not just on autopilot. We want things to be on autopilot. We want things to be scaled and to be leveraged and to be about systems. But we can get so much on autopilot sometimes and just have things just go, right? Without really putting much thought into what really needs to happen in your business. So really making sure that it's not just on autopilot, but you're really using some intention behind skill sets, that consistency, making sure to grow, engage, promote, right? So Natalia, hey, hello, my friend. Great to have you on here. All right, so number 2 is focusing on your problems instead of your prospects and their problems. It really is about helping others, serving others with where they're at, really making sure to put your best foot forward, but helping, right? So at the end of the day, you are a powerhouse. You are amazing. You are such a leader, right? In ways that either you know or you maybe even are not aware of. People need you to show up, but they need you to show up and help them with their problems. And I just had an interview that is going to be coming up here within a summit that I was a part of. And there was a great quote that came up. And it was, you will get what you want when you help more people get what they want. So it's about helping others. So that's number 2. Now, this is the third one. Third one is this. It's not thinking like a top earner. And for the longest time, I was guilty of this, okay? So why would anybody listen to me? Asking these questions, why would anybody listen to me? How can I teach if I hadn't had any success yet? I haven't made any money in this business. I've never recruited anyone yet. Okay. You are what people are looking for. Okay. Even if you haven't had success in the traditional terms, you're closest to most people with where they're at starting out in this industry than someone that's way up here. Okay. It's really important to come down to someone's level with where they're at, especially if they're starting out. Is that fair? Does that make sense? Because we want to make sure that we're able to help people. But at the same time, if we're talking so over people's heads and we're not resonating with people and we are, talking about, let's say we're talking about funnels or Facebook ads or, building a capture page and someone's hasn't even jumped on social media yet. Do you think that it might be too much information too soon? Right? So that's really important, is not thinking like a top earner and thinking that, someone might not want to listen to you, but people do. People do want to listen to you if you have value to share. Okay. So give you an example, an analogy. Okay. So I'm on this health and wellness journey. I'm looking to get even more fit than I am right now. Okay. So I was on this video today with Jillian Michael. She's talking about, just how to lose like fat, like more efficiently, like the 3 top things to burn fat most effectively. Right. And she's putting out value though through the video and completely just being herself. And if you've been on a few of her videos, you know that she has the quirks of closing her eyes, talking, just herself. That's who she is. But she's also sharing value. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. All right. So that is all for Tribe Talk Tuesday this week. All right. I'm ramping up, starting off from being on vacation for a little bit and then Memorial Day weekend. Now it's time to get back on track. All right. So I'm going to recap these 3 things here. Thinking success is automatic. All right. And Natalia, you said totally makes sense. Success is not an overnight thing. I am well familiar with imposter syndrome. Yes. Sorry. I have like sticky mouth from just what I ate earlier. So I'm just like, that thing. So I need to drink some water. But yes, definitely welcome for addressing it. So let me recap these 3, okay? So thinking success is automatic. 2, focusing on your problems instead of your prospects' problems. You are amazing. You are awesome. Just focus on the people and the person that you're serving. Just one person at a time. That's it. And not thinking like a top earner. You have what it takes. So an example would be anything that you learn, you may not be a pro at it, but you can teach it. All right. So Ray Higdon has this thing of where it's invest, learn, and teach. So you invest the time to learn like a skill set or learn something about mindset, right? You invest the time, you learn it by watching the video, you break it apart, you take some notes, you ask some questions of yourself, and then you teach it through a Facebook Live like this, or a post, or a blog post. And that is the 3-step invest, learn, and teach. And that's how you can start thinking like a top earner, where, you might not think no one's going to listen to me, but you just need to keep showing up. And is that all you need to do? No, there are other parts of it, but that's the first step, is show up and show up consistently. All right. So those are the 3 things that you need to work on and be aware of. And maybe it's just one of those, but those are the mindset gaps that can really hold us back. And I know for me, the big one was, it's just like you said, Natalia, for a long time, it was imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome until I connected all the puzzle pieces that were the big puzzle pieces so they made sense to me. I just had to keep doing this over and over and over. So it made sense. So it made sense. All right. So if you want to know more about how to, really close those gaps in your business, close those mindset gaps and start attracting the right people to you, start attracting the people to you that are high caliber, then here's what I'd recommend. The freebie this week is still going to be Attraction Marketing Formula, where you can get that at tribenetworkers.com/formula. I would highly recommend you pick it up if you're looking on how to grow your business, grow your connections, engage with people in a way that is authentic and promote in a way that's not spammy. That's where you're going to start to learn how to duplicate this, not only yourself, but in your team members, because that's super, super important. So that is all I have for you tonight. Natalia, hey, thank you for jumping on. And if you are watching this on the replay, thank you for jumping on as well. I will see you here on the next Tribe Talk Tuesday. This live is a wrap.